How you doing?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing well. So this is the first episode of a podcast that we're doing called Fatherless, which is based on, we want to give advice to the young guys out there who don't have like father figures.
Oh, right.
So it's good to start with my father.
Right, yes, very welcome. I'm glad to go ahead with that.
Yeah. So the first thing we wanted to start with was a comment from my video editor. I asked everyone questions, what they wanted to ask you, what they wanted to know about you. And he said it wasn't a question, but he just wanted to thank you for having the confidence from going from Pakistan to here. Even before like all the technology was made and you brought us here, and then you like turned me into the man that I am today.
I think it's the more credit go to yourself, because you made yourself from... Yes, I remember when you were in university first year, you want to run away. You don't want to complete even in third year, you don't want to complete your degree. And then slowly, I think you found yourself and you found your strength. Maybe when you were living away, that was maybe the step. And yes, I always with you, and I was always wish you good luck. And I'm really glad the man you are today, which is excellent. Yeah, I think it's more credit go to yourself, in my opinion. Yeah.
Thank you. So, what made you move here?
Maybe because I traveled a lot, and before coming here, that was my 41st country, my 43rd, I think maybe. So with been to almost many countries, Germany, France, all over Europe, Asia. And then I decided, if you remember, when you're living in a visa country means you are a holder of a passport and you need a visa to travel to UK or US. And if you are from a visa country, once you have visa on your passport has a value. And my passport was stolen once. So that was the day I thought, no, I need a passport. So if it gets stolen, still it will be. And second thing was, I want to give my children a better life. So I knew I knew I have to do a lot of hard work, because as you know, we had a really comfortable life there, more than here. But I thought, because at the end of the day, a few years later, in my plannings, a few years later, I have to send you UK or US for education anyway. So maybe that was the thought came into my mind. I said, no, why not? Let's go there. So they can live there and then they can have their education. Mm-hmm. So basically, it was you three for your life, for your education.
So how did it feel like uprooting from Pakistan when you had a good job there?
Very difficult, very, very difficult. Because remember, last time when I moved here, there was over 600 people who used to work under me. And here I started from scratch. So it was totally different. And I used to earn maybe more than I'm earning today here. But there's no regrets at all. So always happy. You know, I am always positive. I always look forward. I never feel any regrets. So, but it was tough. It was really, really tough.
What was?
A tough decision. Especially after moving, the first 6 months, 1 year, 2 years was really tough. Maybe that was the period when I was a bit strict to Danish, or maybe a bit strict to you. Maybe there were so many things going on in my head all the time. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad. I'm really, really glad. I'm proud of you, all three of you. So because they all done well, which is excellent.
Mm. That's one of the things I say on the videos, and sometimes when I live stream to a few hundred people, I tell them that I think you've had like the full Asian parent success story. Like it seems like every parent in like Pakistan or India, they want to uproot and bring their family to like a British or Western country and get the education. And you've accomplished it. All three of your children are the British university.
Maybe not. Like I got many families there, and they are well settled there. Even still, they send their children for education. Like my cousin, they send there in UK first, then they send them to US, and still, I love to go back and live there. Maybe, but when you got life settled here, maximum you can do stay winter over there and summer here. So, but you cannot just leave and go away. But it is tough decision. Yes, especially from South Asia or all third world countries. Yes, if you want a better life for your children, so you have to think where I can move. And because basically our second language is English in Pakistan or in India or Bangladesh, or because they were English colonies. So definitely you want to move to English speaking, so the UK or US or Australia. So when I came to UK a few times and been to England, Scotland, everywhere, and that's where I thought, no, this is better place. I preferred it more than US or Canada or Australia or Germany. So that's when I started preparing grounds, and so we're here.
So what was the process like coming from Pakistan to here back then?
A lot has changed in the last 10, 15, 20 years. It was a bit easier. There were highly skilled migration programs. There was quite a few programs as well. If you find a job, you had a point-based system. It came back now. That point-based system came back now. So they are relaxing a little bit now after Brexit. But things has changed. Things gone very difficult now. But still possible. If somebody has skills, has education. Basically, if they are skillful, like IT or engineers or even video editors, somebody with good skills, or if somebody is a doctor or nurse or even a teacher, for them it's straightforward and very easy. But for others, there are routes, but a bit difficult now.
I remember you telling me the story that when you used to go to the immigration office, you had to line up in the mountains, and you had to line up.
I think that was the biggest question, biggest thing, because when you used to go, it was good times. The British Embassy in Islamabad is right in the middle of hills, and they used to serve first come, first basis. So you have to be there. So usually they open the gates at 7 in the morning, and they will take 100, 150, 200 people in and decide their visas that day, tell the others, okay, come back tomorrow. There was no appointment system. So you have to go to Islamabad the evening before, and maybe you have to go to diplomatic. That diplomatic enclave is totally separate. So you have to go there at midnight and 1 or 2 a.m. and sit next to in the hills or on the rocks near the embassy. So there used to be queue lined up on the city, everybody sitting on the rocks or bushes. I was first, and then him, everybody sitting like that. And some rich peoples, they used to send their servants, maids, drivers. They will sit there, and when 7 in the morning, when queue lined up in front of embassy gate, the boss, they will come and they get their drivers out and get in. So those 5, 6, 7 hours used to be really tough, especially in winter when it used to be -2 and you're sitting outside, and you won't take any blanket because you may have interview, so you're in your suit or something. And then 7, they used to open the gate, and then you get in. And then good thing was they used to decide your application before 9 and then let you go, and they say come back in the afternoon and collect your passport. So I remember once they offered me 6-month visa, and I refused. I said, I don't want 6-month visa. If you want to give me 2 years visa. I cannot come every other month, every 6 months, and sit there all night. So if you want to give me 2 years, otherwise don't give me. And he was really surprised. He said, I never seen many applicants refuse their visa. And then he said, I can give you maximum 6 months. Let me speak with my supervisor. So he went to speak with his supervisor, and he said, all right, give him 2 years. So that was another reason I said no. Maybe after that, a lot of travel and hard work, I made myself able to get any visa. I don't know if my children would be able to do that. So let's better get them a passport so they don't have to go through all of this. So that was another reason, yeah. So, and I remember once you were young, you, Ismail, Hamza, I applied German visa for you. You all was refused.
Why?
Think of me. Mine was accepted, and you 4 was refused. They said there is no, because they told me, because you are going for a official visit from your company. They don't need to go. So it's not a holiday or something. But we will have a time. We would have time for holidays. They said no. They refused it. So that was good and tough, and good and bad times. But that was another reason for making my mind.
So I think around this time you had been traveling, you gained like the visas and your passport and all the stamps, and then your passport got stolen.
Their passports got stolen, and if your passport gets stolen, that means you will apply for a new fresh passport. And you will apply, because remember, if your passport has 10, 20, 30 visas, a UK visa, German or Australia or Japanese or Korean, when you will send that passport to American embassy, they will think, oh, you are a frequent traveler and you're a trustable traveler. So most if you have little bit proofs with it, most probably they will give you visa. On a fresh passport, they will think, oh, he's young, how old is he, 30, 34, he will never come back, they will refuse it. So passport has a lot of value. All the visa passports, once they have few visas on it. For us, like British passport, I would say a lot of value, but if it gets stolen or lost, just pay £60 and get the new one. But for those kind of passports, if it gets stolen, you have to start from the scratch. So I had to. So that was like a world upside down. Because I remember once we landed on Seoul Airport in Korea, and they didn't stamp our passport. But we waited there, me and two of my friends, for 2 hours. Asked them to stamp, because we wanted them to stamp. So more stamps there, more value it has. So we wait there for 2 hours and requested them, no, we need a stamp. They said, you don't need it, you can go. I said, no, we need stamps, because we knew those stamps carry weight. So that's the way you make value of your passport. And if it gets stolen, that's it. So that was quite 3 or 6 months. It was very tough 6 months. But then I have to get new passport. And luckily British embassy, they were agreed, because I informed them quickly that my passport is stolen. So they issued us visas again.
How did it get stolen?
It was funny. It was a funny story. There was a electrical supervisor used to work for me in my factory. He was under work. I appointed him. His son, he used to, a few things I don't want to, he used to travel with me to Singapore or Thailand or Korea once, and I was planning to going to Korea, and he said, I will travel with you. And I gave him my passport to issue, so he can get tickets issued. And he changed the photo on my passport and escaped. But in the meantime, I informed the embassy and authorities there. So he was arrested at Singapore airport. While from Pakistan, he went to Singapore. From there, on his passport. From Singapore, he's supposed to use my passport with his photo and try to fly to UK. But then he was detained there and then sent back to Pakistan. So I had that passport back with his photo on. So he came back, then he was arrested and everything, whatever those procedures were, he went through all that. But for me, that passport was gone. So, yeah, that was a funny, interesting, adventureful story. If I don't have some friends in police, it will be very difficult. So police have to push. In third world, that sometimes you feel sad that in third world, things doesn't move unless you push some money in it. So that's where third world is behind. So but luckily had contacts, so that's he was arrested and got my passport back, and then police went through with him. I think he spent a few months in prison.
So you said that when that happened, like your world turned upside down.
Yeah, it was because you think, oh, if I got a new passport now, that new passport I sent to German embassy, and they refused the visas because all your passports were new and mine was new as well. And then I sent them to British embassy, and usually British embassy, if you have visa once, they give you regard for that. Next time they don't go through all the complete lengthy procedure. So British embassy issued the visas again.
Mm-hmm. But how did you deal with that setback? Like you felt like you did a lot of work, you worked for something and then you lost it.
Yeah, that's start drinking more. Yeah, but it was sad time. It was bad time. I think we lost my temper many times. Even don't want to work. I had no clue in factory what I'm doing. Sometimes I used to go there and sit all day and doing nothing. Used to have arguments with my boss. That was a bad time, yeah.
So how did you come out of that?
I think maybe Usually whenever I'm going through that, usually I will count benefits or negatives. For example, if I have to go to Manchester, I will look how many benefits will I have, how many losses I will have, and whichever end is more, I will go there. So I told myself, what happened is happened. So you have to stand to it. You have to start it again. I remember telling myself, if you could done this 10 years ago, you can do it again. So just let's go. Whatever happened, it's happened. And basically because it was my foolishness, so I couldn't tell everybody what actually happened. So that was another thing to encourage you. So before some others find out, you need to stand tall again. So that was, that was bad time. And then same year had accident. It was the same time, same those months I had this accident.
Mm-hmm.
So there was few things came together in 1990, and it was winter of 1998 and 99. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So there was few downfalls. Then slowly, and then 2001. I said, okay, let's go, let's go. So that's it. In January we were here.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if we rewind about, I think 9 years, how did it feel when you first became a father?
First was because when I became a father, it was actually, especially in our culture and religion as well, if you got a daughter, having a daughter is like, it's not like we don't respect sons, but daughter is like special blessings. So they say if there is a daughter in your home, there will always be blessing. Somebody who got a daughter, they will never run out of food. So that's another like feelings and then we had Samreen, that I really feel proud father of Samreen, and then another son Danish. And I had one daughter, one son, so family was completed. So that's it. Then there was gap and said, yes, a family is completed. And I remember, basically, aim was that family is completed. We only need two children. There was no Hamza. And then I remember one day I met a palmist. We were in a hotel in Lahore in a function, and there was a palmist reading hands. And
What's a palmist?
Palmist mean hand palmistry.
Like hand reading.
Yes.
Okay.
So he was a really good palmist, very good palmist. So one of my late friend, he took me there, and he looked my hand. He said, "You have 3 children." I said, "No, I have 2." I said, "No, you're wrong. You have 3." He said, "No, you got another son." Say, "Really?" He said, "I said, really?" So that's where I say, "All right, so we will have another son." So that's when another son was Hamza. So yes, it was definitely proud. When you have 2 children or 3 children, and that's a family is completed, and they, especially when they're very, even from very childhood, they were really, really intelligent. All 3 of you were very intelligent, very naughty. You were always sensitive, very sensitive, always sensitive. Even if I was angry to Danish, you would just keep quiet and go to your room and sit there. And I used to say, "Hamza, I haven't said anything to you." He said, "But you said to my brother." So he used to be very sensitive. But sometimes I used to think then in young age, when you were 3, even between 3 to 4, 5 years old, your health was really weak. And I still remember your legs from knee to ankle, they would be a bit bended. And that was really surprised why it said. So I took you to a few specialists. One orthopedic surgeon, I took you there. He was very expensive with that standard. But he was very good orthopedic, very good. But his advice was really cruel. He said he need to tightly wrap your legs with bandage and with those and then leave it for like 2-3 months. And then slowly that will bring your legs straight. And then we took you to another doctor. He said, no, it's just a weakness. So with the time, it will go away. And I think 2 years later, everything was... I remember while I moved here, I used to ask you to stand, and I used to look your legs from behind. You don't know, but I used to look at it if they are straight or not. And 3 years later, they were absolutely perfect.
Mm.
So that's it. Then first day I remember when we moved to Glasgow, Scotland. And Simreen and Danish, they started school. So we took all three of you to school and left them at school. I remember you cried hell because you went to the school, and in the classroom you seen so many toys. Say, I want to go. So I remember took you 2 or 3 hours to keep to silence. You keep crying for 3 hours. I want to, but you were too young. I said, no, you have to wait another year. But you definitely, you want to go to school. You want to go to school. And it was nice when you started as well. I think you started from in Liverpool. Yeah, you started there in Liverpool.
How did it feel having like a sensitive son?
Sometimes, yeah. Problem is sometimes if you cannot control yourself and say something, and then if somebody's angry, like Danish is angry, say something on your face and go away, you think, all right, he got his anger out. But his sensitive means he will go in his room and maybe sitting there and maybe crying or maybe worried for maybe next or sad for next 2 days, 3. That's very painful. That's really painful. Being sensitive is really good. Very good. I think every person should be sensitive because then we can understand other people's more. If somebody's in pain, if we can't feel that pain, that means we won't help them, or we're less likely to help them. So being sensitive is really good. But when young children are very sensitive, that's where parents get really worried. But I think you made changes more than anybody in your life, not only mentally, physically, everything. And I don't think you had any help. Only when you started gym training, I think you always had discouragement from that. That never help. But you carry on. That was good. That was excellent. And then you started working as well, university. And in school, you were so-so. You wasn't one of the top brilliant, but you knew what I'm doing. So psychology was your choice. And today maybe you're thinking you've done the right job, especially the work you're doing now. But now that degree is helping you. Maybe 2-3 years ago you was thinking I was in wrong degree. I should be in business, should be in business management or something like that. Same thing I was feeling. But I think work you're doing now or in future, this is helpful. So that degree is much more helpful. Or no, even you was more interested in sports science, something like that. But no, it was journey with some ups and downs, and now everything perfect, everything absolutely fine, and really happy parents, and happy dad.
That's good. Do you think you've been a good father?
No.
Why?
I think I upset you guys many times with my mistakes, with my temper, with my anger. So there were mistakes were made, yes, definitely mistakes were made. I wish I'd never made those mistakes. If I can go back, then definitely I won't make those mistakes. But that only what I can do, don't make those mistakes again, or don't make you upset again. So that's what happened is happened. Yeah, Danish haven't forgotten. He still remembers sometime. But hope he will forget once he. It's not like some people think all the brown parents are like that. That's the way we grow up. That's the way we've been told that being like. I remember when we were young, we were told, give gold to eat to your children, but look them with the eyes of lion. So I can't translate properly, but it's like give them best food or best life, but be extremely strict with them. And I remember, especially in primary schools, when parents used to take their children to primary school, they used to tell children, bones are ours and skin is yours. So they used to. Now it's illegal to beat any children or even hate any child, but those times it wasn't. And I think it worked. I'm not saying it should work that the way it should be, but that's the way the culture was. Even 50 years ago, or 30, 40 years ago, it was same in Europe as well. Even it was allowed to hit your wife before 1960s. In US, some states still it's allowed, which is nonsense, but that's the way it is. So I think, yes, mistakes were made, and yes, some was like optional mistake, which I could have avoided. But some were like, like in culture, that you need to be strict with your children, and you need to be, then they will be more respectful, then they will be more punctual, then they will work harder in their education. Because I remember one my teacher used to say in high school, he said, kids will study well with only two reasons. Once, if they love it. Second, if they're scared of. And you never love your books. And I have to scare you. So that's what we learn as well. That's what my dad used to. And I'm not saying it's just going generations, but 90% brown parents will be the same way. It's just in culture that be strict with parents, and if you become too friendly, they won't respect you, or they won't work hard in their education. So be boss. But I think it should have changed slowly, or the new generation like you, they will change. That's when Danish was upset last time. So I said, listen, now you are definitely more educated than me. So you show me the difference. And if you do the same what I was done, or if you do the same what I have done, what's the difference then? You can't blame me that you are not maybe educated enough if you do the same mistake. So hope the new generation will do the better. They won't repeat all these mistakes what all brown parents are doing, what they've done in the past. But I think it's changed now, much changed now. People understand the children feel pain. The children got rights, and the children have pain, and children, or if you're very strict, or if you hate a child, or if you shout on him, it can go a long way. It's not for those. What we used to believe, I remember if I shout somebody, 10 minutes later, I said, come on son, have a food, because we thought that's finished now. That was due to that mistake that's done and dusted, but it's not. No, I believe, that goes a long way. Because I think that was biggest mistake still what other parents will be doing. If a child comes late, they will give him a shower. They think that's finished now. 10 minutes later, parents will be fine and relaxed. But no, he may be feeling that for next 3 months or 6 months. But the other extreme is what we've seen here, when children tell their parents F word and don't listen at all. That's another extreme. So it has to be balanced. Because you don't want your children or any children tell their parents F word or kick them or shout on them. Or neither you want parents to do it. So it has to be balanced in the middle with respect and love. But I'm definitely proud of my children. They are really good. Very good. Very proud of them. All three of you. Yes. You're a bit special. But no complaint from them as well. They are really good. Excellent. Yeah, every person in life have a different personality. One will speak out, one won't. So that's different. Your sister won't speak out, so she keep everything into herself. But I know she loves everybody. She likes everybody.
So when I was younger, sometimes I'd ask you, like, why would you slap us? Why would you, be violent with us? And you'd always say, your father did it to you.
No, I never said that. Believe me, I never. Maybe somebody else told you that, but I never said that. That was never a reason. It was like, sometime I think, I won't blame today that Danish used today, but sometimes some children are more irritated than others. Like you're in a car and going to Islamabad, and Danish will ask you a question, why Islamabad been made that far? So what are you going to reply with that question? So sometimes you run out of questions, and I remember at least 2 or 3 minor accidents because you three used to fight in the back seat. And it's both sides. I remember first time when I bought you 3 those music player, MP4 players, and you kept quiet for 1 hour. I thought, oh my God, why I wasted my 10 years? I should have bought these music players 10 years ago. That was big change. After that, you put your music on, and then it was much different now. And then you had a game or TV or things you want in live or laptop or those kind of. So then, but still, yeah. But I never blame my father. My father did well. That's it. That's the way he was, way everybody is. But he realized as well. He realized, like I did. So he realized as well. And hope my children won't start the same way. But I don't think so, because you all have changed. Danish was the angry person, but he changed it a lot. I never seen Danish apologizing but after doing something, but now he does. And does straight away. He used to be one who will never admit his mistake, but now he's straight, oh no, sorry, it's my mistake. So, which is a good thing. That's what I want to say myself. Yes, even with all your friends, and then, yeah, I'm not saying your parents, if they are strict with you, what they're doing, it is really nice, and but still, give them a respect. One thing I must say, after God, there is nobody who loves you without any need, without any greed. Parents, yes, their style is different. Some parents, even in our community, some parents will even never say I love you to their children, or appreciate them, or thank you very much. But their mom will cook a nice meal because she only know that way. She know, if I love my child, I have to give her a really best meal. But she don't know that she should say I love you, or give him a kiss when he's going to college or university. But that's the way it is. That's the way life is. Not everybody is expressive. But definitely they love their children. Even if any of your friends feel that way, their parents, they should go out of the way to their parents. Even if parents saying something, just keep quiet and think some maybe movie or just a video game in their mind for a few minutes and then go away. That's what happened. Example is, thing is, if your friend is angry with you, I have seen like all the their friends, if the friend is angry or kick each other or saying F word, they will take it. They will take it happily. But if brother or sister or parents say something, they got really upset. I'll say just take it like a friend. If your friend said and you get on with it, just get on with it sometimes. But doesn't mean they should carry on. They should learn. Yeah, you still, once they calm down, go to them, give them a hug, and then calmly tell them, Dad, you done this wrong. Shouldn't have said that. Mommy, you shouldn't have said that. Or write a letter, put underneath their pillow. Because that's another thing in our community. The children will never say anything. Maybe they're not allowed. In my family it's not, but some families, I won't say not allowed, but it's not a culture that children will speak out. Yeah, if you cannot speak out, write a letter like you did. And that letter is still in my phone, and I read every day. Almost every day. At least, if not every day, at least once a week. And that, believe me, when I read, I feel a lot of encouragement. I feel like I'm just coming out of gym. So that's the way young should be doing. If they think parents doing something wrong, or their brother doing something wrong, or sister, just write a letter and just put her under her pillow or his pillow, and that will be helpful. That will be helpful. Don't just shout back, or don't just keep quiet. So that's the way they.
But then do you feel like some children will keep quiet because getting louder will maybe mean that they get more punishment?
No, maybe once, maybe I don't think so. I think if somebody's dad or your dad is angry with you for some reasons, if you broke a telly or remote, we'll calm down in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. Put a letter next day and say, Dad, yes, sorry, it was my mistake, I broke it, but Dad, it's only a remote, so you love remote more than me. I think that 2 lines will definitely push him to feel shame, to feel him what he has done. Very, very respectfully, I said, Dad, you shouldn't have done that. Yes, I broke the remote, sorry for that. But I feel like you love remote more than me. So I really, really feel sad and this and that. So I think most people, majority will understand. A majority will stop doing that or reduce it. They will definitely learn with that. Even same thing, like if somebody doing this angry with their children, if one of their friend is there, he will say, come on, what are you doing? He's your son. And he will definitely learn. He will definitely learn and change his behavior. If it's not a lot, but slowly it will. Because I remember we friends used to tell each other, why you were angry with your child, with your son, and slowly we learned that, yeah, definitely, that was wrong. So that's the way, if somebody feeling or going through that time, instead of run away or will run away from home or going, yes, if you have to go for your job, you have to go for your study, yes, you should do it. Because one thing I'm sure, the skills you learn while you're away from home, they're more than any university, any school, any college can teach. When you go and live with other people's, that's when you learn things. I'm not saying you only learn negative. You learn so many positive things as well. You learn to survive. You learn to listen to people's. If somebody, especially working in an environment, if your boss is really angry person, and he shouted on you, that let you learn so many things. How to survive, how to stay calm while somebody is shouting on you, and still work hard and successful. So yes, you learn a lot as well. But just keep with your parents, your children, your brothers, sisters with them, or friends as well. So that's life is. Life isn't that long. Life is too short. We say life is too short to love, and why we hate each other. That we used to tell Pakistan, India. Yeah, life in South Asia is different. Some friends are not from there, they won't understand that. Life in that part. It's same thing in Far East. If you're in Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Korea, China, that's totally different way of life. Europe, totally different way of life. Same thing with parents, families. I remember your friend. It was your friend Jack in Liverpool or Danish friend?
Which one? Michael,
yeah. So there was another extreme. So there was Michael, and who's home? My mom's boyfriend. Who is that? No, it's the new one. So then we used to think, oh, he's a child, and that's all right. How can I remember when you were young, you asked me a question. Maybe you remember, you were in primary school. I said, Dad, why don't we eat pork? So I told you, I said, because in our culture, in our religion, we don't eat pork. But my all friends, they eat. Michael eat it. So that means they're doing something wrong. So I cannot grow up my children so they hate other religions or other societies or other cultures. I said, no, they're not doing anything wrong. I remember telling you, do they eat curry? I said, no, we eat it. So that means we are not doing anything wrong. Same thing, if they eating pork or ham, it's up to them. But they are not doing anything wrong. Don't dislike these things. I said, I remember asking you, will you eat a cat? And you said, that's horrible. So yeah, but Chinese eat it. So that's the way it is. Some people will eat something, other people won't. But they are not doing anything wrong. If they like it, that's fine. It's up to them. It's their decision. We don't eat it. It's our decision. If your friend doesn't eat it, don't mind. You sit next to him and eat your food. And he shouldn't hate you because you're eating curry. So I remember, you used to ask questions. Usually, Danish used to repeat questions and put you in trouble. But you used to ask technical questions about something, about what is that, how to make that, how you can make that, how you can make that. So it was like two different type of questions. Yes, your sister, girls always like about fashion or about those kind of questions. Fashion and TV show and this kind of thing. But your questions used to be more technical.
So how did the culture change feel when you moved here compared to Pakistan?
In America, they say the second language in England is Pakistani. So I don't think it's a major change unless you're living in north of Scotland somewhere where hardly any Asian is. Here, society is more mixed. Even even I know people, they can't speak English at all, and they survive all their life, or they never wear any pant or shirt or trouser or any suit, or they're always in their shalwar kameez. They spend life in shalwar kameez and they still survive because society is that mixed up, culturally integrated. And yes, but still there is different in culture, different in living style. Our standard was fine. Standard, if you got money, standard is even better in third world. That's I can say easily. If you got money, standard in Pakistan, in India, Bangladesh, or any third world country, you can afford better standard than living in Europe or anywhere else. And we had that. But yeah, it is different standard and different culture. Yeah, few issues which like corruption or those kind of things which you go through there in third world, you don't go through here, which sometimes make you sad about back home. Why we cannot stop that? Why we cannot stop those kind of things? Especially when you go there and then, like I'm going 2 days later. So when you see mismanagement kind of things, that's where you want to help. I will go to my previous factory again and help them in health and safety like I did last time. Yeah, you try to do a little bit, whatever you can do. Last time I've been to factory and give them like few hours, giving them lecture about risk assessment and health and safety, because that's one everybody's facing lack of, no education, more accidents, because hardly any controls or health and safety education there. Not only there, even in Europe, part of Europe, in these Eastern European countries, there is hardly any concept of health and safety. So that's where everybody should help. Whoever it is, they should, whenever they go back, they should help. Whatever the way they can. So they should help. Even all the young generation, if they can help, that's really good.
Did you feel safe here when we moved?
No.
Why?
We had so many racism, so many racist attacks, incidents. But I think that time has changed now. In 20 years changed a lot. Or maybe the reason was there are few sports that like few towns, few sports where racism exists. I won't say there is a little bit everywhere. That little bit will be in India as well, in Pakistan as well, in Arab world as well. If you are on UAE and if you are not Arabic, they will throw a lot of racism on you. If you are in China, it will be same thing. That's same thing. Same thing in UK as well. Some towns, some part of towns, it still exists. But time has changed now. People know, people understand. System supports you. System, law, police, that sports. That's a lot of sport there. There is always more sport if somebody is non-white. Even my white friend, sometimes says, you always have racial jokes about us, but we can't say the same. So system has changed, and it's a safe society, very safe, very safe society. Crime can happen anywhere, any place, but it's a very safe society.
But how did it feel? So when the racist attacks that I remember were all in like the Liverpool house.
That was vulnerable. That was really.
How did that feel, being like the father of like maybe kids who were in like unsafe?
That was time when somebody thrown something on Sabanin in school. That time was really, really hard. And then somebody was in garden with a small knife, and I grabbed him. And then somebody thrown a brick, and that was bad time. That was really very, very hurtful. Then we sold that house, and then slowly I understand. You won't see any racism when you are dealing with professionals, educators, and their children. It's the people who left behind, the people who are really, really bad in they never worked, they never had a job, or they never have any education. Those are the peoples. They don't like other colors. Any educated people, they understand. They know they are immigrants. We need them, and they are skillful. They are educated, and they are working for the economy. They are working for the country. But peoples who never done themselves anything, those are the peoples. I think they're very, very few. Not many now. Very, very little. Very few. But sometimes you feel, sometimes still you can face it. Sometimes somebody's there. You can, the way somebody deal with you, you can understand. But that's fine. Just, I remember we were speaking in Punjabi and somebody looked at it and we even start speaking loudly. So that's fine. If you want to feel bad, feel bad. That's the way it is. But it is. I think it is part of humanity. There is racism. I remember while in Pakistan, if somebody was from other state of from KP or Sindh from Karachi. We used to joke about them. And today I feel those jokes were racist. But we never understand those times that this is racism. We used to say, oh, you're tiny, you're dark color. You never tall enough like us. We are from North Punjab. We are taller. You are not. But this is racism. I think a little bit exists everywhere, in every society. Like here, everybody will speak the same way if somebody from Wales, from Welsh peoples. Even if somebody, where are you from? Liverpool. So that is racism. That is racism. Yeah. Or you Scouser. So a little bit, I think that's part of life. That exists. Yeah. Same thing in Liverpool, because in my cricket club, we got many Irish. And because their accent is mixed now with Irish. Irish are already very hard, very fast accent. And now they mix with Scouser. And people's first year or two, nobody will understand what they're speaking. And usually in meetings, sometimes I say, stop, speak in English. But that is racism. If they ask me speak in English, that will be racism.
What happened in the cricket club? I remember we were in like the shed one time and they came in saying like someone threw ice on you. I think you came in with like some blood down your face.
I don't think it was my blood. I think Adam was attacked, the Mark's brother. Maybe it was his blood because I was picking him up. We were practicing, you, me, Danish, Mark, and Adam, because it wasn't a cricket season. It was winter, and a group of teenagers they went through and they had arguments with Adam, and one of them punched Adam. I think Adam has nosebleed. And I think I was helping him, taking him home, took him home, and he was only 14, 15. So maybe it was his blood. Because in the club, nothing happened like that. Never, yeah. Okay. Yeah, minor things still happen. Sometimes you're playing and a group is going outside. They may shout outside. But now you just laugh.
But it doesn't really happen now.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen those ways. No, it once happened. I will tell you a funny story if your friends want to hear it. We were playing against a team, and
where was this?
It was like 10 years ago, and that team was all Indians, all of them, and even their umpire, their scorer was Indian as well. There are a few teams there is a Bolton Indian 11. It's an Indian cricket club. Everybody play there. That doesn't mean the white not allowed or Pakistan is not allowed, but mostly it will be there. We were playing against them, and I remember we got a wicketkeeper, Tony, who was very funny. And whenever I will do something silly, drop a catch or get out cheaply, he will call me Indian. Because he know Pakistani won't like to be called Indian. So he will say, oh, you Indian. Say, shut up. He said, I'm not Indian. So one day I was bowling and I dropped a catch on my own bowling. And he was behind the stumps and he just shouted, oh, you Indian idiots. I said, I just came from my mouth. Yeah, I know Indians are idiots. And those are all Indians. They were all Indians. We just forget that these are Indians. And they were just so angry. And as soon as they find out I am Pakistani, they said, it is said intentionally. So it took us half an hour to calm them down, say sorry, apologize. No, it wasn't. They said it was just, but they started fun. So everything's sorted. They went back and then they made a formal complaint. And we both were banned for 3 games. Yeah, sometimes silly things that kind of. We shouldn't have said that way. But sometimes it just happens. Stupid thing happens, let's say. But no, we got 4 or 5 Indians playing with us. And we always have good chat. Sometimes, tease. Sometimes positive tease each other. And those things happen. Same thing you do with your English friends. But I think racism is all over the world, not maybe every country, but in UK definitely it's very, very little, very low. And it is getting lower and lower. Still, if some people will say, if at midnight you're walking in a town centre where the drunks are all around, so basically you can expect some nonsense things happens. So those things, I won't relate them to racism. Yes, if they see a black guy or Asian guy or a Chinese guy, it's easy to give him a word or give him a name. So that is racism. But those things happen. If you avoid those kind of gatherings, everything is fine. or society like Manchester, more mixed society, even less. Even these things will happen less. Because I remember in Liverpool, when we were in Liverpool, we were the only Asian family in that 2-3 miles. And now I have seen like 30, 40, 50 families. And now when people start seeing other colors every day, definitely their mind change.
How did you feel when I texted you when I was in the train station? You were parked outside and I said that there was racists on the train.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah, definitely, I remember that. I was worried about. Definitely, I was worried. But then, secondly, I knew you can defend yourself. I knew you can defend yourself. But I remember there was few drivers there. I said taxi drivers there. I said, "Come, Hamza is coming, and he got some issues on the train. There are some racist guys." So when train stopped, as soon as you said we just arriving, I knew that's a alleyway. So I ran to the train. I knew if they want to do something silly, they will do it in the alleyway. And maybe, I don't know if there's a camera there or not. And then, yeah, we had arguments with them when we came out. And then you told me, Dad, you're taking it too much now, just leave it. But then one of them got arrested with a knife and that's it. And that was good action by police. I think he had a prison sentence for 6 or 8 months. Yeah.
18.
Yeah, 18 months. That's it. They were Polish, I think Polish or Czech. And they were all drunk. They were drunk idiots. Yeah. Shouldn't happen, these things, but that's it. Funny thing was, when he went to the court, you know what he said to the judge? When he was giving his statement, he said, the immigrant guy. He called you immigrant, and then he said, another immigrant shouted on me. And judge asked him, where are you from? He said, Poland. And they all started laughing in the court. There was a good laugh in the court. He said, all right, so they were immigrants. Oh, you aren't. So, yeah. But I think maybe he was just a big bodybuilder. And he was thinking that I'm very strong and very powerful. I think that was it. And I think he was drunk as well. He was badly drunk, yeah. But that's another thing. All the youngs like you, yes, they should learn these skills, should learn boxing, kickboxing, should make themselves, make their bodies reasonable. You don't have to be a big Hercules, but reasonable body and basic, not to fight, but to defend yourself. Need basic skills. I think everybody needs basic skills. And it's not only for fight, they help you in all your life, in everything. And once you fit, I think most probably you will carry on the same level of fitness all your life. That's the way all should be doing. Especially in these days when young sitting all day doing nothing, playing game or watching TV or on the computer or working on the computer, they should definitely afford 2-3 hours every day.
What advice would you give to maybe some young man who's watching this and he finds himself in one of those like threatening, unsafe situation where someone else is like shouting, someone else is drunk? What do you think he should do?
They say best way to fight is
run away.
Run.
What if you can't?
If you can't, basically, you try your best to avoid the arguments. When arguments start, that's the period you should be avoiding. Just move on, move a little bit, give a distance. Check if there are few more people sitting or standing there, go next to them, or even request them. Those people are bothering me. And 9 out of 10 times, people will come forward. And if try to phone or police or family, and if still nothing, then definitely defend yourself. They say in our old sayings that if a day comes, that was actually for a soldier, that if a day comes you think somebody going to kill you, so better dying, kill him. But I'm not saying kill him, I'm just saying just defend yourself if that happens. Try to avoid it. In all cases, run away, take help, seek help, call, whatever you can do. And then if somebody forcing on you, then definitely defend yourself. And then definitely if you're a little bit skillful, you can easily defend. And if you defend yourself, you don't have to go all the way and make him disabled. Or once you hit him once or twice and you understand he or she can't attack you anymore, just move on. Because remember, if somebody punches you, you punched him back. That's fine in the eyes of law. But if you punch him 3 times, or if he fell and then you punch him, That's attack. That's a different story. Then you are the aggressive. Because this thing happened with me. This thing happened with me recently. Somebody punched me, so I punched them 3-4 times.
What?
Yeah.
You haven't told me that.
Yeah, a girl punched me here, a woman punched me here. She was drunk and like druggist or some kind of. She punched me here, so I punched her 3 times. So she ran away. So I called the police, then police arrived, and then police took her details and went to arrest her. And then witness came forward. And then witness said, yes, she punched him, then he punched her 3 times. So they said, we cannot take this, we cannot take this case further. We cannot arrest you because you were defending yourself, but you went too far. So at the end, when that witness was there, you were the aggressive party. She was running away. So that means we are equal. I won't say police will say equal, but they said that we cannot take it further. So that's it. Then I thought, no, when she punched, I should punch her once and that's it. But those things happens. I tried to avoid it for like 20 minutes. But at the end, I couldn't.
You've had, with the jobs that you've worked, you've had like a lot of these incidents with like drunk people. One of them hit you with a bottle, one of them in the shop punched you and everything.
Maybe I am the person who had least issues. I know the drivers have almost every day. People have, when you are in the town center with the drunk people, or if you got running off license or a wine store, and the drunks comes in, especially if they're teenager, and if they are more than 1, 2, 3 a group, and if they ask you, they want to buy alcohol, and if you refuse them, and then because they are underage, they become aggressive. And law, I won't say law support them, but if they all got hoodies on, and if they do something, break a window or smash a window or pick something or run away or attack you, the police will say which one hit you or which one smashed the window. You have to, that if you say one of them, that's it, there is no case. So that's other reason. So drivers face, some people face off licenses, restaurants in town center, cities. That is bad part of this society. That's really bad part. Basically, that won't happen in Germany because police is extremely strict. But here, I would say British police is the best after Japan. British police is the only one where people not only respect but love the police. We love our police. But police is sometimes we think is too soft with these kind of incident. But that's the way it is. But these things happen if somebody got even bar or nightclub in the town. They will have these issues every day, every evening. Sometimes that is you can take it as like part of job.
Do you not get like a sense of anxiety or like a little?
No,
like, fear?
sometimes you feel. Sometimes you say, "What are you doing?" That's the reason I don't work at night. Sometimes you feel, "Are you stupid? What are you doing? Just go home." Sometimes things happen and I just went to, got a few drinks and came home and didn't work for next 3 days or 4 days. So sometimes definitely you feel really upset, really, really upset. Because sometimes because it's easy, if they were fighting with a white man, they will maximum say F word to each other. But if it is an Asian or Muslim or Chinese, they will definitely say him Paki or black or N-word or those kind of things because that's easy to intimidate or easy to hurt them. So that's the way it is. So maybe it's not in their mind like racism, but just to tease them or just to give them more pain. So those things happen. Yeah, that's part of life and part of job. But yes, definitely feel something that happens. Definitely you feel that you've been singled out. You are not part of this family. You are not part of this society, and that becomes painful. That becomes really painful if you feel that these people think you are not part of this society. But I will still think, yes, that's instead. If something happened, you reply back, whatever it is, police or no police or just walked off, and that's it. And you just ignore it. You think that's part of it. Otherwise, you will carry on thinking, maybe not in the past, but now things happen. I may give a half an hour, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and say, oh, that's part of it. That's it. Just leave it. And maybe next person you meet will be really nice and really good, really, really good person. And then you will see, oh, this is such a nice person.
Do you not get like a feeling of regret that you had such a high-class job?
Yes, I definitely. I won't say regret, but sometimes you miss that. I don't feel regret because achievements of my children are much, much more than that. So I don't have regrets. Yes, I miss that. Yes, definitely miss that. Definitely miss that. Not because even people who I appointed there, or people who used to work under me, they got their own factories, they got their own mills, they got their own businesses. And when you go there and look their house, and they got 8 servants at home, there's like 6 or 8 cars parked outside, big, massive houses, not cheap houses, very big, very, very expensive houses. And then when you sit next to them, and then they will say, oh, bring that medicine and bring that medicine, bring that medicine. And almost everybody's on medicine. Almost everybody. So then you feel, no, you done well. if you lost from that side, but you achieved from the other side. Because when that society give you another type of stress, pollution, stress, when corruption, then these kind of things. That's whoever I will go to see, they will be taking their medications those few minutes, or maybe they just had it. Almost everybody, even in India as well, everybody, whoever you go to meet, they are diabetes, or they got blood pressure issues, they got some other issues, they got really, really serious health issues. Almost everybody. So then you think, no, you've done well. Then you've done well. Because there are achievements. You can't achieve everything. You can achieve some and some you don't. Yeah, still, definitely you miss that. And when I went to that factory and they were like, they turned the plant off and like 120 technicians all came out to see me. And I still remember one of the technicians, I said, sir, I washed my hand half an hour ago and I was waiting to shake your hand. It wasn't like I was the best boss. I was a very strict boss. I was a really strict boss. But I always educate them as well. I always try to send them for study, help them all the way. If we were repairing any machine or designing any new thing, I will explain to them, I will teach them. But I never seen that. For example, if you are a good technician there, and if you are repairing a generator or pump or motor, you won't tell your juniors. If you are opening any complicated parts of it, you will send your junior to, can you go and get me those tools please? He will go there and then you open it, so he won't see it. But I used to explain them and used to fight their case for their bonus, for their overtime, because I used to say, if you work hard, I will give you protection. And sometimes they definitely, so that was another reason they said, you were the best boss we worked with. Even they send me messages. One sent me a message last week. He said, he's on senior position, but he said, but you were the best boss. So, because I always feel proud. They were really good, because skills are there. Really, really good skills. The company I was engineer here, Sunai, we were building a project here. And believe me, there was 4 technicians. And they carry on working for 3 months. And I was there every day telling them, they work so slowly, health and safety, relax. And one day, one of them asked me, how long it will take if you had technicians from back home? I said, maybe 3 days. And definitely there was 3 days work. Because those people, they know my boss is looking. My boss is here. I have to finish it. And they have to finish it really good because skills are there. But here, you got so many excuses. There's so many excuses of health and safety and system and everything. So I won't say skills are not here. Education is here, like especially in companies, in factories. Skills not here, because if this machine have some issues, they won't repair it. Just buy a new one. That's it. There you have to repair it. They have to open it, like cars. You will still see 1984 model cars running on the road, really excellent condition. They will refurbish the engine completely, and it will be look like a new one, look like a brand new one. Then that means skills are there. So here you won't see those skills because everything being replaced. TV, if you got an issue with TV, if you call them, they say, oh, just buy a new one. That's another reason is because labor is very expensive. So repair will be expensive. So it will be cheaper to buy new machine. That's another excuse, I would say. So, but there, yes, definitely, those technicians, they were really very skillful. Few of them passed away. Some sad, some friends, lost few friends as well. But still, I will go there next week and we'll see all of them.
Okay, so we have some questions that everyone's asked. So they wanted you to answer. What's the biggest fears with each child that you had? So when you're going to have each child, what was your biggest fear?
Biggest fear if I start with Samreen's biggest fear is that she should have hope. She like sometimes she said, I will never get married. I think that's my biggest fear. That's I don't want to enforce her or enforce my choice on her. It will be her choice, but I definitely want her a life partner and living a happy life. But sometimes I don't know if she's joking or she's serious. I think for her, mine is definitely biggest fear. That was biggest fear. Still it is. Still it is, yes.
What about Danish?
For Danish, biggest fear, I would say, hope he just don't cut off with the family, with us. Totally. He's very tight. not in bank account. His bank account is like 3 times bigger than all of us. But he is, even when he was very young, he used to save his money and he saved everything. For him, it is because one day he just don't get upset or angry and just cut off with us permanently. That's still is. I don't think any other fear from him because he is intelligent enough, so he can sort out his life, his finances. There are no issues. So biggest fear, this, yeah. So hope one day he just don't say, oh, I don't want to see anybody. So even a few years back, I was telling, if I am not anymore, then you are, yes, your sister is the elder, but you have to take care everybody. And he thought maybe I'm talking financially. I'm just joking. So I don't think that many. For your fears, for you, I was just, yes, I had a fear when you moved out and you were really, really sad a few times. Very sad, very upset. And I was scared that you don't go to drugs, especially the society you are living there. That was my fear because you used to go out or midnight. And Manchester midnight, then drugs or friends or those, that used to be just safety of you was used to be fear. Otherwise, I knew you started with the very basic job, but I knew you can do that. Slowly you will do it. That's not an issue. Same thing when you said, I don't want to work 1 or 2 years, I want to try things. Yeah, go ahead. You're not old. Yeah, you got plenty of life ahead, so you can. This is the time you can travel, you can try a few things and then settle down. And I'm really, really proud that you done well, done really, really well. And especially, there was fear when you went to Thailand, because Thailand is somewhere. Especially, I was more worried because I watched the videos and people get caught there with the tiny bit of drug in Thailand. And got 35 years prison sentence. One Australian with 40 gram heroin, he got 40 years prison sentence. Sometimes it's just stupid mistakes. Sometimes the system or the corruption there, they just grab people to make money. And if they don't give money, they will just put a case on them. So that was definitely, I was scared. That's the reason I ask you to stay in touch almost every day. Keep messaging wherever you are.
Do you think we're prone to drug use?
No, I don't think so.
Don't you?
I think we are very little. We are less likely to go to drugs than our friends from our brothers from Caribbean or from some part of, I would say, in Europe it's almost equal. But I think it depends. It depends on your atmosphere, the place you are, place you're living, or your group of your friends. If you are living in somewhere city center with all teenagers around, more likely one of them will taste, and then he will ask others. Everybody start the drug first time just to taste it, just to smell it once, and that's where it all starts. And so it mostly starts from the company, whatever company you are. So I think our company, even if you're going out, I don't think I think we are less likely to get into the drugs. But everybody is different. If somebody's get into depression or got issues which are not going through, and if he had a little bit drug and he had some good time, definitely he will say, oh, that's getaway. But I think I will consider that that's a weakness. That's whoever. Yes, I used to drink sometime when feel bad, but I think that's yes, I maybe drink and sleep, and next morning I'll say, oh, just start it again. I don't think everybody can do that. So, but once people rely on drug, that's really they have to get it. Yeah, sometimes if they have tasted, some friends give them to taste or smell, that's all right, you did it, but don't get dependent. Don't get dependent of it, because if you get dependent, when you lose your honor and respect, because once you're on drugs, you don't, somebody, remember, why I reduced my drink, because somebody told me in that apartment over off license, I went to washroom and I fell there. And that was the day I said, that's it. Because for me, it was really shameful that they helped me. They picked me up and took it to the sofa or bed. So I think whatever we want to do in the life, there should be a minimum standard. Don't fall below that. Even when if you're looking for a girlfriend, or you're looking for a job or a house or a car, there should be a minimum standard. Don't fall below than that. So everybody should have one level of self-respect. Even if you are arguing with somebody, if you're fighting with somebody, there should be a level. Don't go below that level. That's it. Same thing with drugs. If you think somebody had a drug and sitting, he won't have respect with his mother or sister or wife or children or parents. Or somebody, if somebody had a drug and fell on the road and people's laughing and going through, so that's definitely, I've seen girls falling on the road, or maybe urinating on the road, standing right in the middle of the road. And if you make their video and show them next morning, how shameful they will feel. And maybe they will never drink again. So I think that's it. If somebody goes through that, they have to stop that. And yeah, if they taste it sometime, that's okay. Just don't feel guilty. But don't become dependent. And if you think you are in a company where drugs or these kind of things being used every day, slowly move out. And if somebody is there who is slowly painting crimes into golden wraps and telling maybe it's a small crime or white collar crime or any crime, so just move out. Just move off that company and that group. Because one day that will hurt.
That's good advice.
Because remember, so many people get caught because not because they are criminal. Somebody say, "Oh, come on, it's just a minor thing. It was just a laugh." But slowly they realize, if you want your future, if you want your degree, or you want any professional job, have to stay away from it. Have to stay away from drug. In these days, like in UK, you will say every professional job they will have a drug test. Teacher, police, pharmacist, doctor, they all go through drug. Even all private companies, they even this Amazon taking drug test. So almost everybody started slowly.
I was scared of that.
Yeah.
When I was going for the Amazon drug test. So I applied for Amazon when I moved here.
Right,
so one of the things they test for is cannabis.
Yeah.
And I smoked a lot before I moved back home.
That's right.
And it stays in your blood for like months or...
Oh yeah, sometimes they say it stays for the week. Like alcohol, 72 hours. But these drugs, they say sometimes many weeks. Those things.
So I didn't go to the
Yeah. In the private fact, even when I worked for Sunai, they sent us for a test for everything. So now many companies doing the tests.
Yeah.
So you have to stay away. The thing is, like, now you don't watch telly, you don't watch many movies, but still you're enjoying life. And sometimes I will think, how can he enjoy life? He doesn't watch movie. He doesn't watch any series or any TV or any cricket. You have to find the way how to enjoy your life like you're doing. Somebody may enjoy life while training, maybe it's just cycling, maybe running, maybe just sitting, talking, radio, painting, something. And I used to drink every day. No, maybe once a week. But still I enjoy the same thing. Just try to survive without it, that's it. If you're going to a function or party, you want to enjoy, drink a little bit or something, that's fine. But don't get dependent. Don't bring yourself that down that you cannot sleep without it. You cannot go to work without it. You cannot live without it. That is the issue.
That's right. So for, let's say, relationships, what advice would you give to like young men who have never had like a father figure to speak to about dating?
Some things are natural. It will happen. They cannot plan for it. Some things happens. And sometimes, same thing with that. If one is a relationship, one is if somebody loves somebody. Don't feel that much that if that person goes away and you just broke and you just damage your life and you're gonna do it. Yes, people in young age, people get involved, and then when they break up, move on. That's fine. That's another thing. When somebody looking for any relationship, any wife, girlfriend, same thing. There should be a minimum standard. They should know minimum standard of beauty, minimum standard of education or health or fitness or whatever, beauty or whatever in their mind is. Because if they choose someone who is not educated and in 6 months later they say, oh no, she's so cute because she's educated, or maybe she's not tall or she's tall. So look first. Well, yes, if there is sometimes it's not in your control. Sometimes it's not in human control. Things happens. And they just few months, weeks later, they find out I am in love. Somebody will love. Then they can't do it. Then just be honest and go ahead with it. And let's see, hope for the best. But still keep your honor intact. Keep your your personality intact. For example, if somebody is in love and she broke out and she tells him, don't call me again or don't come to my home. That's it. Don't call. Don't go. That means if you go now you're going lower side. Now you are falling your standards yourself. Because now you're losing your own respect. If she doesn't want you, that's fine. If she made her choice, that's fine. And another thing, then just move on. Just move. Try to find another. I won't say another relationship. Try to find another hobby or another job or something, or move out somewhere, and then things will happen again. Or you may have a better person in your life again. But this. You cannot talk about relationship generally unless somebody got a specific question that I am in this relationship and this is happening. Because in relationship in generally, sometime it will be in your control. But don't cruel with somebody. Don't take revenge. If you made a wrong choice, that's fine. Then live with it.
But the most common specific example for young guys is that they feel like no girls like them, like they don't have any options right now.
I don't feel that. There are girls who will like you. There's always. Thing is, some girls will like mature person, some girls will like somebody smiling, somebody will like somebody just replying with honest and with respect, and not sending them 5,000 text message every day, or just try to become their maid. So remember, all females like strong, stable males. It doesn't matter even if you watch lions on Discovery or cheetahs or wolves or everybody, like you had a few videos about alpha male or those kind of. That's female. Doesn't matter. It's a human, it's a wolf, it's a lion. They will like someone who is stable. Stable mean in your whatever education you got. Doesn't matter. Not everybody have to be PhD or master degree. Whatever education you got, try to get stable. Stable means if you have to find a job, try to find a job. If you have to make your body fit, physical fitness, respect in your own home, start from your own home. And then outside, I think there are women for everybody. They are there. And if you chase them, they will never come to you. It's the same thing with money. If you try to chase money, it's always run away. Yes, if you work hard, so I'm not religious or very little religious, but you should work hard, work honestly, and then leave it to the God. And I think if you do that, you will get that. If this is for you, written in your fate, it will come to you. It comes directly or come indirectly, it will come. And I think youngs, yes, sometimes they feel, oh, maybe there's nobody. No, there is somebody. Just you have to. For example, if somebody living in prison and said, oh, I don't have a girlfriend. Yeah, because you're in prison. You won't find anybody there. If you're in a society, then you need to think, okay, if I'm looking for a relationship or girlfriend or wife, where can I find one? Yes, then you have to get out, maybe go to gym, maybe join a NGO somewhere or running group or get out somewhere. Because if you're not out, sitting in your room, somebody won't come there to knock you. And find a work environment. If you're looking that for, find a job where more girls working or more boys working, whatever you're looking. So then you have to give chance. If you don't create chance, yes, you won't have anybody. So you have to create chance. So if somebody looking for a girl and he try to work in a factory where it's all males, but instead of that, try to find a job where 50% girls working. So there you have more chances. I'm not saying you will get it straight away, but there are more chances if you go out, see more people's, maybe work in volunteer or maybe shop or anywhere or gym or any dance studio or wherever, you will have more chances. If you travel, you will have more chances. So you have to create chances. If they think there is nobody, no, they have to create chances. And be good, be honest, be handsome, be smart. And there will be, yes.
It's good advice.
Yeah. But if I'm sitting in my room, lock the door and playing games, somebody will come and knock my door. No, it won't. Yeah, God says, I will give you food wherever you are. But no, you have to get out and work hard for it. And then if it doesn't come, then you can blame. Then you can say, oh, there's nothing. Once you do, you have to do your part. And then wait for the results. And the results will come. If somebody's... I think result comes, yeah. For the youngs, I don't think there should be any issue of that. Travel will give them a lot of education, a lot of maturity. When they will go, when they will speak with other cultures, other culture, they will see and more chances, yes. More chances of success in everything, not only in relationship, in everything. Books. So there are so many things they can find. It's not. There's nobody hates them. There's nobody hates you. It just time. Sometimes it's just a matter of time. Sometimes it is just a matter of time.
How do you think for a young man, let's say, similar we were saying, like my friend in Liverpool, it's more and more common for young men to be brought up in a house without a father figure, like just the mother raises them. What do you think happens to a boy like that without any father?
In my opinion, definitely. Because I read that palmistry a little bit. Palmistry says the personality never completes if somebody doesn't have both parents. But I have seen people who never had dad or mother or never had both, and they are extremely successful. Yes, it feels they have to work harder than the others. Sometimes, like, for example, parents help you to bring you on the first stage, and then you take it from there. And if somebody doesn't have a father or mother, they have to do everything from themselves. They have to do maybe more than the others. But they shouldn't give away. They should think, yes, if I don't have a father, same, but your mother is your father too. Make her your father as well. And then definitely start from there, and then think in your mind, if father left you, then you think this, yes, when I will grow up, when I will have children, I will tell them how to have children and how to respect your children and how to be a good father. That they should be thinking themselves and telling to themselves. And when they become a father, they definitely make themselves much better than their dad, their father. So if he's in lifetime, if he sees, he should feel it. Even if he doesn't, they don't have to compete with him. But whatever he done or she done wrong with them, they should say, all right, when I will be on that stage, I won't do that with my children. And that's the way they should do it. Definitely, it's tough. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. It is tough, but it's not impossible for them to survive and still become a really good gentleman, really good young man. It's not impossible. And it's not extremely difficult. Yes, you have to go through those bad times. And then they should also think that people who got that, they are not happy all the time. They got smashed as well. So, yes, sometimes they feel, sometimes when they come out of school and everybody got a father there or mother there and they got nobody. It feels, yes, it's being... My mother passed away when I was in year 5, 10 years old. So that was very difficult, very difficult. In that society where fathers only work outside, they won't cook, they won't do anything at home at all, even they won't have any interest at what's going on at home. And their children have to go through. In that society, in every society, it is very important. But there, because fathers won't have hardly any interest at home, so it gets very difficult without mother. And if you get a stepmother, then it gets even difficult. But that's it, we are here. So sometimes I used to think, sometimes I used to cry. Sometimes I used to cry when I used to think about my mother. And then I used to see other children's hugging their mother or mother getting something to them, and we used to cry. And when you have success, then you cry as well. Wish my mother was here today. But it's not to be. So basically, sometimes they need to think, this is something I cannot change. Something you cannot change. You should not waste, but should not waste a lot of energy on it. Something you cannot change. Yes, if there is something if they are living apart and you think you can bring them closer, that's different. But if you think you cannot change, then get on with it. Just, I cannot change that. I got only mother. She is my father as well. She is my mother as well. So that's the way it is, to stand tall, to be strong. Because if they just keep thinking and keep feeling weakness about that and lack of father or lack of mother in life, that will take them nowhere. They have to think, this is not, if they have, I'm not saying, if they are not responsible because they don't have father, so that's it. They say, this is not my fault. That's the way I born. This is the way my life is. It is my life like this. I have to make myself successful in this life. I think that will be best thing for them to do and start with.
How do you think that young man should try to achieve success?
Basically, success is 2-3 things. Success is not education. Success is not money. It's mix of everything. So it depends. I think this should start from their education, skills, work well, talk with people. They should talk with people. Talk with peoples, go back to school or college, university, even go to library, go to talk with peoples. For example, if somebody is in college and he have no clue what should I study, that he should be preparing himself, start asking people's experts, what should I study, medical or this or this. I think within few months or weeks or year, and then he should think, okay, what I am good in. Am I good in teaching? Am I good in medical? Am I good in this? And then slowly make their mind, okay, first thing is education. If they already pass that stage, then definitely skills. what skill they should be earning. Definitely job is unless somebody born with so many companies and somebody, otherwise we know we have to work to survive. So then they should be think like in Islamic education, there says trading or your own business is 7 times more blessings than a job. So job is not everything. So then they should be thinking that if I don't want to go 9 to 5 job, what business I can do? Doesn't matter if they want to drive a taxi or want to open a shop or little garage or learn the skill for a garage or learn a skill of be a barber or open a salon or anything, whichever they think, I am comfortable with that. Biggest thing is they need to build self-esteem first. I remember in Glasgow I went for a training course and they had one audio. Wish I had kept that audio. There was brilliant lecture. He was telling the story of Papa John's, the founder of Papa John's. When he came out of military or Navy, he had $300 on him, $300 per month pension. So he said, I'm not going to live on this pension. He went to those times there was no concept of pizza in America. He went to a restaurant and told them, I used to make pizza in Navy and I can make a pizza and really good. And he was refused. So he went to the next one. After 860, he received first offer. So he went to 860 restaurants. Then he received first offer. Okay. And then they said, okay, make it on a trial basis. If it's good enough, then we'll give you order. And today, there he is. So never give up. Go step by step, but never give up. Work hard, but never give up. If you give up, then yes, if you've done something and it's not successful, don't worry. Just start it again. Just plan well, think well, and then start it again. Whatever you're starting, you can find experts of those fields. Go and, for example, if somebody wants to open a salon, I don't mind. If I want to open a salon, I don't mind going to 5-6 salons and asking them questions. How to start with, where I can buy this stuff, where can you give me free training? I don't want to get paid. Can I come here every day for next 3 months or 6 months? So what else? What training course can I get? Which college can give me training? Where can I find this training course? You can find expert or professional of every field. Whatever they want to do, if they go there and try to learn, they will, I think slowly when you get that kind of education, then you understand what should I be. That guy I am telling, he was from Warrington. So he became a supervisor in this, that Burger King in Warrington. Then 3 years later, he became manager. Then he became manager of another one. Then he became manager of Warrington. Today, he is manager of Asia Pacific Burger King and he based in Singapore. And he's still, I think, 33, 34 years old and he's from Warrington. So that's one example. But things happen if you carry on and you started from very basics. But another problem with our young person is if they're going for a job if they got a job in, for example, McDonald's, they think, oh, that's £8 an hour. I don't want to do anything else. No, even if in that organization, in that McDonald's, you can grow up. If you work hard, a year later, you will be supervisor. 2 years later, you will be supervisor. You can become a manager. But you have to show them. You have to show them you're a worker, you're a hard worker, and you're putting some efforts. And be flexible. That's the way it is. I think build yourself. And once you are in that kind of profession, job or business, and then basically next step start with the relationship or wife or girlfriend. And I think it's just slowly step by step. In one example is if you're a cop and work hard to try to be a sergeant, don't aim for a police chief. You cannot be a police chief from a cop. So you have to go step by step. So I think that's the success will come. I think success will come. I don't believe when people think, oh no, I worked hard for all my life and success. No, there was something they wasn't doing right. And not everybody isn't perfect. Everybody isn't Einstein. Whatever you want to do, seek advice. Advice can come from Google, it can come from expert, can come from parents, from elderly, from your teacher, from books, from anywhere. And in these, the peoples are, especially in this society, peoples are lucky. They can go and get free training, free course. All the plumbing course are going on, woodworking course, electrician course, and almost all courses are free. So same thing in that world as well. Everywhere, yes, some different or some tough, but still there are roots. There are, because sometimes you feel upset. Somebody sending me message from Pakistan, because right now it's easy to go to Portugal and apply for a residency, and somebody sending me message from Pakistan, and then he's asking me what university, how to find a university in Portugal. So I just have a go on him. So you spend 4, 5, 6 hours a day on Facebook, on WhatsApp. Why can't you Google it? Lisbon University, Portugal University, University in Portugal, University Lisbon. If you do that, there will be a list of universities. If he had done, I just blocked him. If he had done that, if he had find a university, find a course, and then ask me, how should I apply for admission? Then it was different to help him. If somebody, sometimes you're going out and asking for help and nobody helping you because you haven't done your basics. If I remember, people used to say when we were in Liverpool and there was few young say, oh, there is no job. I tried, I applied, no job. I said, how many applications you sent last week? 3. I used to target 30, 40, 50 applications a week. And those times there was no email. I used to print them, and then put in the envelope and then post them. And there was another guy, he came to play cricket and he asked me, I need to find a job, I cannot survive. So how to find it? So I gave him a little bit guideline. Next evening, he said, I got a job. I got 2 offers. I said, how you got the offer? He said, I walked from here. I walked 5.5 miles. I went to every factory in that estate, every restaurant, every takeaway, and asked them, do you need anybody? And 3 people said, oh yeah, you can start right now. So I'm not saying everybody can do that, but things happen. You have to get out. You have to get off your ass to get your success. Any success. It won't chase you. You have to go. You have to find it. But there is, once you, I think, step by step with education, then right field or choose a field, and then start working on it. And never give up. And don't give up. That's safe. Even if you're not successful in first step, second step, third step, never give up.
What do you think of this business that I started?
Biggest thing, because I talk about you to my old friend Adnan and Majid, and never had any word that he's making money or this making. Even the one, I think Adnan asked me something. So what's special in it? Special is Hamza is happy. So for me, special is you're happy. So basically, if you're doing something, job or business or anything, and you're happy in that, that's the best thing. Like somebody was a professional cricketer and somebody asked him what's good in it. So yeah, you love playing one sport, and if you can earning from the same sports, nothing better than that. So same thing, if you are definitely happy in it, and you're helping others, that's the biggest thing. That's I am happy as well. Money you can make. You can open three off licenses there. You can make more money, definitely. But maybe that won't make you that happy. And then again, you won't have your own thought, bring your own thought into it. This is something you created, you create yourself. It's not like I am making those videos. I am making like thousands other people are making as well. So you're making something unique, creating yourself, your own ideas, your own talk, your own knowledge. So that's the different. That's the different in you with others. There are so many doctors, there are so many people giving advice, so many bodybuilders, physical trainers, but they are same. How to make bicep, how to make tricep. Yours is unique, totally unique. In the beginning, I used to tell, no, make video about that. Make video how to lose belly fat, how to lose that. Remember that?
How to make muscles without
how to make powder. Muscles, how to make without protein powder. But those are basics. Everybody doing that. And you're doing something totally different, which is totally special.
What did you think of me when I was younger and I just used to play video games?
I thought, first I was thinking this is time wasting. You're wasting time all the way. And I remember you used to sometimes say you go to sleep and you still turn the light off and still playing game. And even then I have to put a timer on the internet. So internet will be only working or computer. No, I'll put lock on the computer. Yeah. So computer will be only you can turn it on between 6 to 8 and it won't. You need a password. Other times that. Sometime I have to do that. And I used to think, will he get a success? He's playing game all the time. And I wanted you to play sports outside. And you used to play football sometimes. And then you joined that Scouts, Boy Scouts. And then you stopped that as well. Then started those kickboxing, bought a lot of stuff, those big bag. Then you stopped that either. You never liked to play cricket. And so I thought, hope he will do something in life. But when you start creating games, that was, I think, oh no, he can do things. Because that was even totally amazed for me as well when you say, I made it. That was definitely something different. I never believed that you can make a game or you can do those kind of stuff. I thought maybe at least when you will be university graduate, then you would be able to do that. But you've done that at this little age. The YouTube channel I am making today, you made it, I think, a long time ago, these kind of things. Yeah. No, that was wonderful. So it wasn't in front, but there was something back in your mind that I can do these things. So maybe when you start working at night and then you understand I'm not going to sit here all night and all days. So I think everybody gets a chance in life and sometimes they think, oh, I should do that. And then if they act at the right time, things goes right.
Mm-hmm. So I'll do one more question. What do you think is the most important advice that you could give to like young men today?
For their life or for about what?
Just in general. If you had to think of young men as like one group, like what we have struggles with, what we have problems with.
Basically, I would say in life, never ever get bad wishes from somebody. Never hurt somebody. Somebody should not pray to God or Jesus or that this person hurt me, God take revenge from him, or he or she should get a pain. All try your life. Don't get that. Don't push somebody that. I think that's with everybody, with your children, with your parents, with your neighbors, with your workmates, everybody. Never hurt someone. I will say, don't hurt someone. That will help you in success as well. I think cruel people sometimes are very successful in life, but you shouldn't be thinking about that. You don't have to be cruel to be successful.
Mm.
Yeah. Otherwise, all the drug was different with the cartel head, or if you are hurting people, if you are a bank manager and killing your staff. What's different with you or those drug cartels? Just doing something similar. If your staff going home and crying, or your children going home and crying, what's different with you or those drug heads? Same thing. No different at all. Same thing with your parents, with your... Just respect others the way you want to be respected. I think that's the way it is. Even with the bus driver, lower the people, give them more respect.
Mm.
If somebody in my professional life, I always say I will never make complaint against people who work under me. If you make a complaint, people work under you, you are the weakest person. So never make a complaint about your children, about your wife, about your mates. If you are a boss, about your other people, never make same thing with your parents. If they are weaker than you, and never make a complaint against you. You're stronger, so why are you making a complaint against them? Or if you're a manager, never make complaint against your juniors. Never. Deal with it. Deal with it yourself. Because that's make you really weak. You understand my point? Because if you are a boss, if you are running a company, and you're a manager, never take a complaint to your chief executive about a junior. Deal with yourself. You're the boss. If you cannot deal with it, that means you are lack of something, not him. Same thing with your neighbors, if you are dealing with a bus driver or taxi driver or a shopkeeper or see anybody, they are lower than you. And I'm not saying that everybody is same, but I mean they are weaker in society or weaker in health, or just respect them the way you want to be respected.
Do you think I'm a good son?
That I will think about. No, you're a wonderful son.
Yeah.
You're a really wonderful son.
Do you have any advice for me?
Basically, best thing, your strength is you're so calm. I wish I heard that. Okay, even if I am angry and if Danish is angry or somebody, you're just standing there. So I think that is your strength. Because people who are that way, they can judge better and they can act better. And if somebody coming at you and you're going that same way, there is no different. And then I don't think any of them using their brain. I think your biggest strength is you're so calm. And that's the reason you judge everything better than the others. And that's the best thing. Advice for you is get married. Get married or travel the world. See more world. Because this is the time. Once you settle down, things get difficult. Time, children, things. I'm not saying about money or these things. The thing is, go see your friend. Yeah, you're doing a wonderful job at helping others as well. So that's it. Help more. Help more who have less resources to them. Help everybody, but people who have less resources, they need more help. Definitely. It doesn't matter if it's a charity, if they're going and giving them lecture, or giving them training, or kickboxing training, anything. Bit more outside your room. That's another advice. Yeah. But you're doing now. You do wonderfully well. You got gym, you got so many things going on every day. You're doing wonderfully well. I don't think there's anything missing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
The clothes.
Dress a bit better, please. When you're making video, at least put a shirt on, put a proper trouser on.
You should have worn a bathrobe for this video.
Yeah, maybe one video a month bathrobe is alright. But not every video with bathrobe. Yeah, if your friends, if your followers like it, for me it's totally different. Definitely.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
And thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for listening.
So my dad has his own YouTube channel where he travels and he's been editing the videos himself. So I'll link it below. You guys can go and see his channel, give him some support and get him to 1,000 subscribers so he gets off my back.
Yes, there will be some really good videos if you want to watch, if you want to travel. And if you got any travel, immigration questions, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to advise. There's no problem.
Fantastic.
That's something I know better than.
Okay. Do you want to say the catchphrase? Do the hard work. Do you know the sentence I say at the end of the videos?
What is it?
Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. You want to say it?
Yeah. Do the hard work, especially when you don't like it, when you don't want to do it, when you're feeling down.
Okay,
do the hard work.
Now kiss the camera.
Kiss the camera.